And we're inevitably going to talk about codependence today, because this is like the deep hole that I've been in recently, is really understanding the codependency literature. And frankly, I just think that like there's a lot of codependent behavior that I see in HR, this like rescuing, caretaking, taking responsibility for what is not yours, what is not ours, taking responsibility for other people's business. The thing that gets really tricky in that dynamic is that it can feel like letting someone else fail is failure ourselves. And I deeply, personally, and in a very profound way, understand that feeling of like me being clear and boundaried around this no and letting the chips fall where they may is going to have negative consequences for me personally. And therefore, I really don't want to. But the more you feed the dynamic, the bigger the dynamic gets. So every time you rescue, every time you go, it's not worth it for me to hold the line and let them fail and deal with the whatever, you are reinforcing a dynamic that you are there to save and that you will always be there with a net or a mop, and that other people aren't fully accountable for their behavior.
Oh my God. I feel like I feel like I'm actually in therapy right now.
I mean, welcome to my life, my dude.
I'm gonna start crying after this. No, but like I feel that very deeply, because I do feel like some days I am the savior. Like I have to swoop in and like stop the manager from giving bad feedback, which then leads the employee to quit. And I feel like it's all on my shoulders. And then I have a hard time letting the person fail, because my thought is, okay, if that person fails, they upset the employee then leaves. Now I have to basically bear all the burden of backfilling the person, helping support the rest of the team, coaching people through transitions, and doing so much more work. So sometimes I jump in to save so that the thing that I think will happen doesn't actually happen.
Of course. And look, I think this is basically the way that the job has gotten crafted and has evolved over the decades. So like, I really don't think that you're alone in that. But what I see a lot, have you ever read or like heard about the 15 Commitments of Conscious Leadership?
I think you told me
know
to
those
read it
guys.
last time.
Okay, it's great. Anyway, there's this thing that is talked about in that book called the drama triangle. And it's basically this idea that like when we are in a reactive state, we swing between three roles. And those three roles are hero, victim, and villain. And I see HR wear those hats a lot, where it's like, I will be the savior. And then when I can't save, I'm like this is all on me. And I am the resentful victim, martyr person here. And then I start to get like mad. And that's where, I mean, when I was in HR personally, like I probably was the villain more often than I should have been, where I would be like, well, how can I regain control of this situation? And I didn't always do that in the healthiest way. But like we got to get out of the drama triangle, because we think that we're lessening the drama in the system, and actually we're creating more drama in the system.
Yeah. But then I feel like a lot of HR people, the joke is like, oh, I went into HR because I love the tea, I love the drama. So are we just like a never-ending self-fulfilling prophecy?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. Look, I think here's the thing about gossip and like the drama. First of all, I think anyone who says that like they went into a job because they love the drama should probably take a look at what's underneath that, and like, what is it about being included in secrets, or feeling like you belong, or feeling like you know things that other people don't know? What about that is so appealing to you that you like made it your work identity? Because like there might be something to unpack in
Therapy.
that. Maybe a little therapy. I don't know. I mean, I've done a shitload of it. I don't think it hurts anybody who's in a helping profession to also be getting some help themselves to understand the dynamics that they bring to a system or a group of people.